noches. Buenas noches a todos. I was hoping to actually have a resident of New Hope to come forward and speak regarding this issue, except from, individuals from Minneapolis. I mean, as much as I love Minnesota and the entire world, it's just like I was hoping to see a champion, a person that will truly reflect the values of this city.
There are some of this side.
Really? Okay. All right. Well, I'm just giving them a little, hopefully some energy to stand up for justice. My name is Adriana Cerrillo, and I'm a member of Minnesota Immigrant Rights Action Committee. I was born and raised in Mexico, in a city named Reynosa, Tamaulipas, which borders with Brownsville, McAllen, Texas, right in the valley. I lived in Florida for over 20 years, and I've been living in Minneapolis for 4 years. I fell in love with the city. Actually, my father-in-law is from Chacopee. And I don't know, it's just I feel like my spirit has been in this earth, in this land before. And I would like to start my conversation. I'm going to use this opportunity not only to express my thoughts, if not also my feelings. Because, I don't even know where to start. Honestly, I just don't get it. I don't understand what's going on. At what point are we going to take responsibility? It's just so easy to blame others for their actions, but not take responsibility for our own. And mayor, council members, it's just that you are in a position where you can actually do something to be the example to the entire state, and why not even the nation, to say, it's like we're not going to allow certain behaviors that are not acceptable. Because to me, it's like when we say, I feel there's a lot of disconnection when it comes, well, Ariel wasn't illegal. It's just so sad for me when I read an article and then I read the comments afterwards, all the racist comments that is like pains my heart and my soul. Because how can that be? In the sign that I chose today, it's, can we read it? Please? Out loud?
Again, this is our time.
Yes, I'm just saying in your mind. I'm not expecting an interaction, sir. But I want you to read it. I want you to be able to understand that Nazi Germany, apartheid, South Africa is happening right here. And that no human being is illegal, because that's what we do. We start calling people illegals so that we dehumanize people. God-given creation to this world, to say he or she, is not human, is an illegal. Look at history. What has happened? We have to learn from history and look at ourselves in the mirror and say, it's just no. And also, let me say something else. My ancestors were planted in this land way before the Europeans arrived. If anybody has, to say he or she's an immigrant, with all the respect, this is a very white council. I'm sure, like talking to, my father-in-law, his ancestors came from Germany. How many people from Sweden, from Ireland, from Britain? It's like, really, France, yes, thank you. Like, seriously, we cannot continue on this path of destruction. And we're here, and like my colleague said, we're here to demand. I'm not in here to plead. I actually served in the Police Conduct Oversight Commission in Minneapolis. I'm a firm believer of building relationships with the local government to engage and bring our communities forward as one. I was involved in a situation in Chaska a couple of years ago. I worked very closely with Chief Knight. We had a police officer fired. We organized the community. He was racially profiling the people. I live in Minneapolis, but I was driving to that community almost on a daily basis so that we could help our community to organize, to find their voice, and to mobilize to city council, to speak to the mayor, to the council, and then from there to build relations with the chief of police. And we were able not only to fire this officer, we went through the arbitration and the final result was the firing of the cop because he was clearly violating the constitutional rights of individuals. And we also were able to get, for the first time, a Mexican appointed to the Park and Recreation Board because they're appointed. They're not elected officials. So I'm a firm believer of holding political representatives accountable for their actions, but I'm a firm believer of building relations because, I mean, it's like we cannot continue being disconnected. So this situation is like, these are national news. Your city is being talked about, not only in the nation, but in the world. I've been getting calls from, different reporters, and it's like, so what's going to happen? I said, I'm hoping that the right thing will happen. But hope itself is not going to get anywhere. Our actions are going to continue to say, we're here, we're present, who's the person that we're going to be collaborating with? Because, I mean, it's just, we're not going to take it without respect. We are demanding that this officer gets fired. Because if he continues working in your department, he represents not only every police officer, but every individual that lives in the city. And you represent the city. So it's going to be on your backs that he continues with a job that he does not deserve. To protect and serve? No. He crossed the line. So thank you. Thank you for allowing us to be here. And we're going to continue to be present every moment that is necessary.